Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Now then, I really don't know, what this is going to turn into, this video. We have another problem with the BMW 130i, obviously with the infamous N52 engine, and it could be a very simple problem, or it could be something pretty major. So we have a leak. We have some sort of coolant leak. I've checked the coolant tank. We don't have oil in the coolant tank, and I've checked the oil cap, and we don't have like a creamy residue on there. So I don't think it's a head gasket failure. I could be wrong, but yeah, we just need to try and get to the bottom of it, because I haven't been able to drive the 130i for the best part of a week now. We have some spare time today, so I think it'd be a good idea to get outside, get the 130i up in the air, and try and just get to the bottom of where our leak is coming from. So let's do that now. Okay, so just put the ignition on. As you can see, a lot low coolant. So let's actually pop the bonnet. And we'll take a look at the header tank. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty much empty to me. So I have actually filled this up in the past week. There's a nice patch as well on the ground again. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill the header tank up with water just to get us started again. Let's see how much it takes. Got a 2 litre bottle here. More. That'll do. It's taken about 1.5 litres, but we'll get this started up. Yeah, so this is the patch that's been leaking. We can see it's just water. Okay then, so we really can't see anything up the top. We can't see, any water coming from the expansion tank. It looks bone dry. This hose here, bone dry. This hose, bone dry. Everything up the top, looking from above, looks fairly good. Obviously we have not long replaced the oil cooler gasket and the oil filter housing gasket, and obviously we did move a coolant pipe, but those look to be dry. Yes, they are both dry, so it's not leaking from there. I really can't see anything from up the top. I think we need to get this up in the air and then start it up, and then see if we can see any dripping, because we're definitely losing coolant. Okay then, so we have the car up in the air now. Obviously engine is running. Let's take a look underneath to see if we can spot where this coolant is leaking from. Okay then, so obviously we can see some droplets of coolant, or in fact water now at this point, and obviously we have the water pump here in the frame, and we can see a little drip on the end of the water pump there, but I think it's actually leaking from above the water pump, because I can actually see dripping from this pipe up here, and that seems to be the highest point that I can see any kind of water leaking from. So I don't know if maybe just this pipe here has failed, and looking at it, it only looks like a very short silicone pipe. It literally just goes from there to there, I believe. I think it goes from there to there, because I think that goes onto that hard pipe that you can see there. I appreciate it's kind of hard to difficult to distinguish which pipes I'm actually talking about, because there's a whole bunch in the way, but I am kind of crammed underneath here. But it looks to me that it's coming from this pipe right here, the one in the middle. I'm going to try and focus on it right now. And yeah, I don't know if it's leaking from around the Jubilee clip. Maybe I should try and, you know, tighten it up, see if that makes any difference. But I have no idea how that could just come loose, because I haven't even played around with that pipe there. So yeah, very interesting. I'm going to try and tighten that up anyway, just get a flat bladed screwdriver in there, see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Don't know how well you can see that, but it's this pipe just here that I can see it leaking from, or it appears to. It could be higher than that, but it doesn't look like it's the case. And this Jubilee clamp seems pretty tight to me. Yeah, that seems done up very tight. I think what we'll do is we'll start up the engine again and see if we have any more dripping. Okay then, so after tightening that pipe the tiniest amount, I really cannot see any more water dripping. So I think what I'm going to do is get this thing back on the ground and then take it for a test drive, get it up to temperature, and see if we notice any difference. Let me just check the expansion tank as well. Yeah, water's still good. Okay, so I actually just took it for a test drive, and we don't appear to be dripping. Those drips there, if you are wondering, that's old, but we don't appear to be dripping anymore. Okay then, so we kind of seem like we've fixed the leak. Yeah, I'm very surprised how it just stopped leaking now after just tightening up a Jubilee clip. I guess time will tell really whether or not that kind of keeps the leak away, you know, permanently. I just hope it's not something as serious as a water pump, you know, a failed water pump. Obviously I will be replacing the water pump along with the thermostat at some point anyway. I plan on doing that at some point this year, but it's a pretty big job, so I do need to kind of plan a little bit of time to do that, and obviously I need to order the parts, which are not cheap for that. And yeah, so obviously, yeah, we are going to be tackling the water pump, but I just hope it's not going to be not the case that it's leaking at the moment. I think more than likely the Jubilee clip that I tightened up on the pipe that was leaking, I would say that is more than likely failed. Like I said, it's only a very short pipe. It just connected, I think, the water pump to a hard pipe. So, you know, it's no big deal if I need to replace it. I'm guessing it's, you know, the hardest thing is just gaining access to it itself, and obviously draining the coolant and everything. But you know, we'll give it a few days, we'll give it a week, we'll check back and see if there is any kind of leaking, or if we lost any water. Oh, that's another thing as well. In the car at the moment, it's mostly water, so I could do with getting that out and topping it up with some antifreeze. So yeah, I mean, it'd be all right for now, all right, obviously, until we determine whether or not we still have a leak. But I will need to swap that out at some point. But yeah, I guess it's been a pretty successful day. You know, we've at least we can now drive the car, so we need to keep an eye on things. But yeah, it's drivable now. So yeah, I hope it's been somewhat fun. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!